at you with a little conversation, actually a little commentary, I should say, about conversations that's going on right now in this sector, and I'm confused. And you saw the title. What's the real conversation about? Now we've been on this whole thing about religion and same gender loving versus the terminology gay, things of that nature. What's the real conversation? If it doesn't apply to you, why are we talking about it? Why are we so concerned about what somebody calls themselves or what someone else identifies as? It's so funny that on a Monday afternoon, rainy here in Georgia, well, I should say in the Atlanta area, I'm listening to multiple conversations going on about how someone refers to themselves, what religious aspects of it is important, things of that nature. What's the real conversation you guys want to have? What is it y'all really want to talk about? What's the questions that you are really trying to come across and get the answers to? And if you get the answers to these questions, is it going to change your life for the better or for the worse? See, I do commentary when I come here and do commentary about what's going on these YouTube streets. That's all it is for me. It's just commentary. It's not going to change my life one way or the other. I'm trying to bring out how I see things, what I'm hearing, and what I feel about hearing these certain things. I don't care if someone identifies themselves as an alien from the third planet away from the sun in this solar system. I don't care. I don't care if you say, well, I'm a purple people monkey eater, whatever the case may be. I don't care. It doesn't affect my life. And if I see you a certain way, or if I look at you a certain way and you present yourself a certain way, well, it's not, that's what's going to be, regardless of what you call yourself. What's up, Shakila, baby? How you doing, sweetheart? I'm just confused about what the conversation is. Because it's the same thing over and over and over again, and no one seems to be either listening, comprehending, understanding, or getting clarity. You can go to 18 different panels right now. They're all having the same conversation, and it seems as though no one is listening. No one's trying to hear what is being said. Everyone wants to have their opinions out there, but yet not trying to understand what someone else is saying. The bottom line to me is this, and I'm saying to me, not saying this the bottom line to everybody. The bottom line to me is this. If you want to identify yourself as something, please do that. But once you start contradicting what you're doing or say that you are, don't be surprised when people start to question what you say you are. It's always people, oh, I don't care, but I don't care, but I want to know. If you don't care, why do you want to know? See, that in itself is a contradiction. Why are all these quote unquote straight, heterosexual, cisgender, or biological women worried about what a man identify as who don't want them? And y'all know I'm not taking up for anybody whatsoever. I'm not dogging anyone, but it's confusing to me as to why a bunch of quote unquote cisgender biological women, heterosexual, are worried about what a gay man, a self-identified based on his actions, how he identifies himself. Why? What's up, Rick? How you doing? You don't like him. You don't want him. You know he don't want you sexually. So what does it matter? You don't like him as a person. You don't like him as an individual. You don't like him based on what he does, based on what he does on here, based on how he presents himself. So what does it matter how he identifies himself? I'm confused. That confuses me. What's the conversation you want to have? What is it that we're really trying to unfold and uncover and discover? I'm just like sitting here listening to this stuff like, what are y'all talking about? What is being said? You're fine, Shakila, baby. Yeah, I'm just so confused how everyone, I'm Rick. you're being a gay black man or a gay man of color or whatever you want to identify yourself as, someone who same gender, whatever the case may be. Do you care about what someone else calls himself who you know suck dick? Do you care? Anyone in here who listens to this, if you someone who is same gender loving, gay, homosexual, however you want to identify yourself, do you care how someone else identifies themselves if you know they either sleep with the same sex or the opposite sex? Is it that important to you? It's not important to me. It's only important to me unless I want to engage in those activities with you. Exactly. It's on them. So my point is, why are all these heterosexual women worried about it? You don't like gay people. You don't like what we do. You think it's a perversion, but not knowing, based on the Bible, you sucking dick on the corner for a damn Big Mac and a lollipop is a perversion. If you're not trying to take some nut up your pussy to procreate, it's a perversion. Sex is a perversion if you're not trying to procreate, because that's really, in the Bible, that's what it says sex is only used for. It's not used for pleasure. It's to be fruitful and to multiply. So you're trying to condemn someone from one sin when you're committing a whole different sin in itself. And the fact that you're judging people and worried about stuff that doesn't concern you. Like, it's so irritating because it's like all these overgrown ass people talking about something that does not concern them, that does not affect them. Unless you're trying to sleep with someone and you're trying to be with that person or get with that person or be in a relationship with that person, have a sexual connection with that person, how they identify is none of your business, is none of your concern. If you're not trying to have any type of connection with that person on that level, sexually, I mean, it's none of your business how they identify themselves. If you're confused by the new terminology, if you're confused by what's going on in this world on December 5th, 2020, stick to what you know. Stick to the terminology that you are comfortable with. Like, all this, I'm just confused. I just don't understand. I just want to know. I just don't want to. You don't know. You're already a day late and a dollar short. Because the first thing is to worry about what you're doing. Worry about what you identify as. Worry about how you identify yourself. Worry about how you present yourself to the world. What do you want the world to see in you, of you, from you? Everything else is no one else's business. I can't control how anyone else identifies themselves as. I identify as food junkie. Happens to be man, happens to be black, happens to like men as well. Those are just three small parts of who I am. Two of the things I can't change, because you're gonna see that me coming walking down the street, you're gonna see that I'm a black man. Everything else that I choose to present to you is subjective. If I'm feminine enough, if I'm masculine enough, what does he like? Does he like this solely? All those things are subjective. The only things that I cannot change about myself is that I'm black and that I'm male. What my talents are, what's my weaknesses, what's my strengths, all those things are presented to you as I choose to get closer to you and to be more comfortable with you. Everything else is none of your business. As long as I'm respecting you, I'm loving on you, I'm giving you, saying, I'm not treating you badly or discarding you in any way, shape, or form. Everything else is a non-issue for you to worry about until I bring it to your attention, until I want your care and concern. Like, I'm so confused how people are worried about things that have nothing to do with them. Why are you losing sleep? Why are you losing brain cells thinking about what someone else calls themselves, how someone else identifies, who someone else sleeps with if it's not you? What's the conversation you're trying to have? What's the conversation you want to have? What is it that you really want to talk about? Are you suppressing some issues so you want to know how to identify yourself if you so happen to be same gender loving or if you like both genders? Talk about what you really want to talk about, but worry about what how someone else identifies themselves as have absolutely nothing to do with you, especially if you don't plan on interacting with that individual. I can care less how someone identifies themselves as. You say you're a plant, okay, you're a plant. You say you're gay, okay, you're gay. What's the difference between same gender loving and gay? If you're gay or homosexual, aren't you in that aspect same gender loving, which means you like the same gender? Because you're not comfortable with that, it becomes a debate. Regardless who coined the term same gender loving, regardless who coined the term gay, besides who coined the term homosexual, isn't it all the same thing? What's the confusion? Is the confusion the lack of comprehension on your part? Is the confusion the lack of understanding on your part? Exactly. I will make sure that you continue your photosynthesis as a plant. You want to be a tree? Okay. Identify yourself as a tree. I ain't gonna try to chop you down and say, no, you're not a tree. You know what I'm saying? It's like, I don't get it. The problem that we have is that we're so busy trying to make us feel comfortable. Oh, I'm uncomfortable with your terminology was not. So you need to change what you are and what you say to make me feel more comfortable. No. Comfortability is about a personal choice. You choose to be uncomfortable. You choose to be comfortable. You choose to have an understanding and an openness to understand, to comprehend something. And the more people talk, the more I get irritated because it shows me, it tells me that your lack of understanding and your lack of being able to allow people to just be themselves. I don't have to like you or dislike you to allow you to be yourself. If I like you, I'm around you. If I don't like you, I'll move away from you. But in both instances, I will allow you to be yourself. Identify as you want to identify as. Label yourself how you see yourself until you're comfortable. It's not up for you to make me comfortable, just like it's not my job to make you comfortable. Like, I'm so confused by that. Like, people confuses me. Like, I don't understand how, as adults, like, how have y'all survived in this world expecting things to go your way all the time and being upset and debating everything that doesn't go your way all the time? What's up, baby? How you doing? That doesn't make sense to me. It's not for me to make you feel comfortable. It's not for me to have you to understand who I am. I'm not trying to change your mind. I'm telling you what it is, how I identify myself as, what I identify myself as, and that's it. Why can't we just respect that aspect of it? Why we always got to be questioning every single thing? If you're not comfortable, move away from me. Be gone. It is that simple. I mean, it really is that simple. Are you sucking dick or not? Are you eating pussy or not? It is what it is. It's really that simple. It's not like, you know, it is what it is. Oh, so you had a gay experience. Having a gay experience, does that make you gay? No, it means you had a gay experience until you identify yourself as gay. You know, are you attracted to both? Are you attracted to one or the other? Are you attracted to the opposite? Are you attracted to the same? And whatever you choose to live with, it ain't my place to pull you out of a closet. It's not my place to put you on blast. That's not my place. It's not my place. I'm not trying to coax a grown adult to think how I think. The world would be boring if we all thought alike, if we all moved alike, if we all acted alike. The world would be boring. The world would be not a good place because we won't be able to experience new things, new people, get different ideas other than our own. Oh, that's a good that is a very good point. People have a weird responsibility for others' sexuality. Yeah, they want to own it, they want to control it, they want to like why? Are you busting something? Are you getting like I said, I'll tell you all the time. One of my favorite quotes in the real world is, I didn't bust a nut or a sweat to bring you here, so I don't care about you like that. I didn't bust a nut or a sweat to bring you here. So I don't care enough about you like that. I don't. I love you, yes. I will never just outright disrespect you, but I'm not responsible for you, adult or child. I treat you with respect. I treat you with love. I treat you with kindness. I treat you with care. But I'm not responsible for your sexuality. I'm not responsible for what you do because I didn't bust a nut or a sweat. And that's what Rick. I think that's what gets people tripped up. They're so caught up on the sexual aspect of um, homosexuality, not knowing that really for me, in a relationship, sex is just like the cherry on top of a sundae. It's about trusting someone, being there for someone, that showing that saying someone can trust you, someone can depend on you, someone can have that feeling of attraction toward you and you toward them. It's all those things, and sex is just icing on the cake, the cherry on top of a sundae. And people are so focused on the sexual aspect of what relationships was not, or whatever type of relationship it is, be it heterosexual or homosexual, that they forget there's so many other things that goes into attraction to someone. It's, does their pheromones turn you on or turn you off? The way someone smells could turn you on and you can be attracted to that person. The way they smell can turn you off and you unattracted to that person. You know, what do you understanding someone? What do you have in common with this person? Do y'all like the same things outside of the sexual aspect of what's going on? Do you feel comfortable talking to this person? Do you feel comfortable confiding into this person? Do you want to be there to have this person have your back and you have that person's back? What does a relationship look like to you? And I think that's the real question I want to know is, what does a lot of relationships look like to these people? But you can tell it don't look like nothing because a lot of them aren't in them. A lot of these people aren't in relationships. They have relationships of conveniences. What can I get from you? What can I get out of you? How can I use you for something? It's not a relationship of concern and care and love. Look at their friendships. Look at their relationships here on YouTube. How they choose to act and interact with each other. That's what I always say from the very beginning. How you befriend someone is how you're going to defriend me. It's the same. It's all the same. And to answer that question, let me answer the question this way right here. Is homosexuality a choice? I believe homosexuality is not a choice. It's something you're born into. And the choice comes from if you choose to interact or indulge in that feelings that you have, those carnal feelings that you have. And there could be a lot of things to trigger your choice. And a lot of people will not call it a gay agenda right now and think that that's your choice. Like I said, this is an opinion. You asked me a question, I'm giving you my answer to that question. I think that I think that no one is 100% gay. I think no one is 100% straight. That's based on my experience and my understanding of who I am. I think that there's very few who are 0% gay and 0% who's just totally gay. Just like, let's use black and white. There's very few pure white out there. There's very few pure black. Oh, you was agreeing. Okay, 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 okay. Very few pure black. If you add one dab of white into black, it no longer is pure black. If you put one little dab of black into pure white, it's no longer pure white. And that's how I feel the spectrum of homosexuality and sexuality is. There's very few that's pure one way or the other. I think we all fall somewhere in between. So when people say it's a choice, I think that they are trying to justify the feelings that they have. As to why, hey Marie, baby, how you doing? You know, and the action of homosexuality, the actions of that is what you do. And I think that there are societal choices, a society type elements that leads us to be more comfortable in interacting and being proud of who we are as individuals. A lot of people say that there's more people out there than ever that is gay or however you want to identify it. But I say that the reason why it seems as though there are more people out here now who are identified in some way, shape, or form of the LGBTQIA because it has become more common ground and more accepted, and you're not being as ostracized as you were back in the 30s, back in the 40s, back in the 50s, back in the 80s. Because if you was a man back in the 80s, you were gay. First thing they said, 80s and 90s was that. First thing they said is you're going to die of AIDS. No one wants to be identified. First, you was in a closet for so long. Then when you finally come out, well, it's not this new disease is out there, whatever, you know what I'm saying, that seems to be only affecting or being promoted as affecting same-sex men, I should say. So you have the people that don't want to be looked at as that. And all you see as femininity out there was not, or gay people is femininity was not. You don't see people like Rick. You don't see people like myself. You don't see people, you know what I'm saying, who can identify as a man, but you don't know what they do until you know what they do. It has become more acceptable in today's society. We understand just because you're gay don't mean that you have to walk around with pink pumps and a purple tutu on. And when you do that, there's nothing wrong with that either. There's nothing wrong with you being who you are, embracing who you are, and being as feminine or as masculine as you are, and liking what you like. That's why it's becoming more acceptable. Now you're not being ostracized. You're not being thrown out on the street as much, or you're being disassociated with family and friends and jobs and things of that nature. Once it's more accepted, people are more comfortable for coming out. That's why you see men who are 60 years old coming out with their families or to their families. You know, it's just crazy. Yeah, like there has been gay people, there has been trans people, there has been homosexuals, there have been crossers all throughout time. There's no era in this world's history where homosexuality was not prevalent. Transgenders have not been prevalent. Two-spirited people have not been prevalent. In the Polynesian islands, in the Asian community, two-spirited people who people think are transgender type people is not have been out there, proud. Leaders of the community was not. Because people understood that. People understand that. It's just this sense of shame and embarrassment that we choose to try to put on each other. That, you know what I'm saying, we is our own detriment. We're stuck on the phrase gay or same gender loving. It's the same thing. It's synonymous with one another. And one person don't speak for the whole community, just like one black person don't speak for the whole black community. We are an array of differences. Just like the homosexual community is an array of differences. You don't want someone to put you being a black woman into a box, you being a black man into a box. All black women are this, all black men are that. Oh, he's speaking as a black man, so therefore he must speak for all black men. No, she's speaking for all. She's speaking as a black woman, so therefore she must speak for all black women. No, you are an individual. You have your own differences. You may agree with some things that she may say, that he may say, but he doesn't speak for you. Just like one individual black gay person or one individual gay person doesn't speak for the whole. We don't have the same experiences. We don't have the same upbringing. We don't have the same fears or faults and things. What we have in common is the fact that we are attracted to the same gender. The thing is that you can say you've been through conversion therapy once now, or you're no longer gay. What do you feel? And if you are known to be gay, will society not see you as that anymore? See, it's hard for men to say, "Oh, I'm no longer gay." It's much easier for a woman to be with another woman, kiss a girl and she likes it, Katy Perry. Anne Heche being with Ellen DeGeneres. Then 10 years later, Anne Heche has a full nuclear family, husband, kids, picket fence. And people forget the fact that she was with Ellen DeGeneres for 10 years. It's easy. I asked this question on this channel a long time ago. Why is it so easy for a woman to have a sexual experience with a woman, but yet not be considered a lesbian? But when a man, you suck one dick, next thing you know, you gay for your life. That's the real question. You know, why is it so easy for a woman to be able to go back and forth? She likes a girl, she's dating a woman, she's dating a man. She's dating a woman, she's dating a man, and no one looks at her sideways. You laughing, but I'm serious. You laughing, but I'm serious. You know it's true. But a man go on one date with one man. You don't even have to have sex. You probably hold hands. You can probably kiss. Oh God, he's gay. Oh God, he's gay. He's gay. He's gay. He's gay. He's gay. And that's a stigma for the rest of his life. Oh, y'all know he dated Steve, right? He dated John. Him and John was a couple at one point in time. But shit, Sally, Becky, Robin, Rebecca, all of them could be, you know what I'm saying, back and forth between every guy they want. But next thing you know, they're back, you know what I'm saying, everything's good. Even the most studliest stud lesbian lady still is seen as a woman, still be seen as someone who can get pregnant. And she's still a girl. And you will accept that, not that, you accept her as a woman if she walks around with a pregnant and with the guy on her arms, and now they're a family. But she can be the most butch person out there, though. But let's do the same thing for a man. The most masculine man you've seen that you can ever picture. Find out that he let somebody fuck him, or he sucked a dick before. Oh, he's gay. I'll fuck with him. He's gay. It don't matter, girl. You know he's gay, right? You know he was with Sebastian, right? Why is that okay? What's the conversation you really want to have? Are we talking about labels? Or are we talking about how we treat people? Yeah, they have made it like that. Oh, that's every guy's fantasy. That's every guy's fantasy. No, it's not. I don't want to see a woman eat another woman's pussy if I'm not down there. I don't want to see another woman pegging another woman. That's not sexy for me. Now, a pre-op transgender woman pegging another woman, that's kind of hot to me. But that's a whole different conversation for different day. You know what I'm saying? Because they're both things that I like to see, dick and pussy. But no, mm-mm. Right, exactly. Women are allowed to experience or go through a phase. Why aren't men allowed to go through have an experience or go through a phase? See, those conversations that we need to be having, opposed to having conversations about what someone called themselves. Who cares? I know what you do. You ask people to bring the lube. You're not doing. Only pipe you want to clean is his. Only pipe you want greased up is his to slide up beside you. So yes, you're gay, regardless of what you call yourself. You're homosexual, regardless of what you call yourself. It is what it is. You can't be known to be saying bring the lube and not be gay. You can't be known to be on these sexual sites and not be gay and not putting anyone down. I'm just saying. We get tripped up by the most minute things. We get tripped up by the most common minutia out there, opposed to having the real conversations, having the real discussions, having the real talks. We get tripped up by the most crazy stuff and we harp on it, which takes away from time from us having the real conversation, the real understanding, and to being really able to get to know each other. I'm just saying, like, ugh, people just like to waste time. I guess because I'm the type of person, I don't like to fill a conversation. Get to me the potatoes of it. Don't give me the backstory. What are you saying? What's going on? What's happening here? Am I seeing what I'm seeing? Well, I'm telling you what I'm seeing. Either you can identify with it or not. I'm not trying to sit here and, well, last time, and well, no, what are you saying? Spit it out. I got things to do. Time is ticking. Talk. Shit, we're adults. If you can't express yourself, then why are you even in front of me talking, trying to communicate with me? Leave me alone. Move. I'll figure it out myself. Maybe me, maybe rude, maybe whatever you want it to be. But it is what it is. I'm not trying to be everyone's friend. I'm not trying to pacify people. Like that's part. We're so busy trying to call each other and pacify each other was not. But I don't get it, y'all. What's the real conversation we're trying to have? What is it that we're really trying to talk about? Is it really? Are we really so upset because someone say they're same gender loving? Although let's say they're synonymous with each other. They really are synonymous. Same gender loving, gay, homosexual. What's the difference? Can someone give me the definition of difference besides who coined the phrase first? That's stupid. That's semantics. Why are we arguing over semantics? Why are we discussing semantics? Why are we discussing who someone is sleeping with anyway? Unless you don't want to do it. I told y'all, when people used to ask me all the time, so, Food Junkie, what are you? Are you gay or something? My question would be, why? Are you trying to fuck? If you're trying to fuck, it's none of your business. Asking me what I do, who I sleep with, what's not, is none of your business unless you want to be one of them. Then I give you an answer. None of your business. What's up, Rosebin? How you doing, baby? not. Shit, I wish a motherfucker would come to me with some bullshit saying that they buried me because they straight. No, it means you ate more pussy than I ate. That's all it meant. Other than that, there's no difference between you and me. You know, like, please, like, I don't buy those um titles and nonsense. I don't get into that. That's not what I get into. Because, like I said, I know downright effeminate straight men, and I know downright masculine gay men, and you would think it was opposite. It doesn't, like, people are so caught up in these preconceived notions of what they think masculinity is, but yet then they get mad when toxic masculinity busts them inside their head. No, accept people for who they are. If you're not trying to sleep with somebody, well, it's not who they sleep with. It's none of your business. That's how I've always led my life. I don't care who's fucking who. I don't care male, female, gay, straight, whatever. I don't care. Is it gossip? Yeah. Is it tea? Yeah. But other than that, it's not. One leg at a time. Exactly. Anybody who can get into some pants through osmosis, let me know. It just is what it is. Like, I don't do the, like, I guess I'm, like I said, I'm not I'm not like everybody else. I'm different, and I really when I say I don't care, I really truly don't care. And I talk about this stuff because, like, there's so many other things that's going on in this world that we could be talking about. There's other beef that could be going on that we could be talking about. There's other things that's happening that we could be talking about, that we could be discussing, that we can, and everyone wants to move the culture forward, but yet not so much. Everyone wants to move the conversation forward, but yet not so much because you talk about something that was going on 3 years ago. What someone calls themselves, how someone identifies as themselves. If someone's not able to be honest with themselves, why do you think they're gonna be honest with you? If someone's not able to be honest with themselves, why do you think they're gonna be honest with you? If someone can't come to their own realizations of who they are, what they are, why are you expecting that you're gonna jog their memory or jog their understanding or comprehension? You're not going to. So why worry about it? You know what you see in that person. You know how you see that person. That's it. Everything else is minutia. Everything else is nonsense. Everything else is unrelated to you. It's all unrelated to you unless you want to put yourself involved into it. Well, I just don't understand why they use that term or why he used that term or why can't he just say? Because he doesn't want to. That's why. I don't understand why they bother you so. Why can't you get over it? That's what I don't understand. Why can't you move on? Why can't you get past it? They tell you all the time they don't own no property with you, don't have no kids with you. If they're not letting what you do bother them, why are you letting what they do or how they call themselves bother you? I'm confused. Everyone's so angry. Oh, I just pisses me off. I'm so no, that's not. It's so people that call it passion. It's not passion. It's ignorance. Let's keep this shit 100. It's not passion. It's ignorance. If you allow what someone else does that does not affect you directly or indirectly, gets you to the point to where you're upset and heated and screaming, cussing, fussing, and yelling, spitting at the computer screen, it's ignorance on your part. It's stupidity on your part. It's lack of adulting on your part. Whoever gets mad, oh well, that's on your part. Because I'm not mad at you. I don't care what you say or what you start screaming and yelling at about. Y'all allow people to affect you. You allow people to control you with your emotions. A lot of y'all on here are so emotionally stunted that y'all allow every little thing that happens on here that does not affect you get you all riled up and worked up. Why? Why? Why are you so emotionally unintelligent? Why are you so emotionally stunted? How does it affect you? What someone else calls themselves, how someone else identifies themselves as. How does that affect you? Those should be the questions you'd be asking yourself. Don't be asking why he called himself that. Who cares? I don't care. You suck dick. You ask people to bring the lube. You caught on Grinder. No, it's not. I think it's the whole DL thing. No, no, no. I ain't buying that whole DL thing. It's not that. It's not even that. If your man isn't on here making commentary, why are you worried about what another man calls himself? You need to be worried about your man being DL, not what somebody else on here that you're not planning on sleeping with is going to be. He says same gender loving, which means he's sucking dick, which means he's taking out the ass or fucking some ass or getting his dick sucked by somebody of the same gender. Hence the word same gender loving. So that's not DL. That nothing to do with DL. Now, if he kept on lying and saying he was straight, that he had a girlfriend that was a dentist and a teacher and all these other things, then yes, I can understand the conversation being had while you're lying to yourself. He's telling us he has a partner, a male partner, a partner of the same gender. That's not DL. See, we're throwing all these terms out there was not, and he's telling you what it is. We don't like what he said. We don't like how he said it. So that's the problem because he said it in a way that makes us uncomfortable, then have us thinking a little bit harder than we have to be. Oh. Don't be giving no late responses, baby. Because you know I'll jump on that. If it seems out of turn, out of line. You know that. But yeah, I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I don't get it. I'm like I say, I'm different. I'm different. Everyone got a full life, but yet everyone worried about what someone else is saying. Right, Rick. We're not in middle school. We're not in middle school. We're not. Oh, did you hear on the playground that the two boys was holding hands? Who cares? Rick, true. But guess what? How does that affect you? How does that affect me? Especially how does it affect the women who's he's not interested in? Because clearly, unless he's a woman, same gender loving does not affect them. So why are all these women talking about it? And why is his ability to be comfortable or uncomfortable with himself have anything to do with me? They ain't my friend. I don't like him like that. I don't care about him like that. I love him because he's a human being. But other than that, his level of comfortability with himself have nothing to do with me whatsoever. Until it does. Until by some act of God we run in the same circle or run in the same thing. What's up, Treasure Lane, baby? How you doing? James, we need to talk. We need to talk, baby. We need to talk. Cause we need to talk. See, thing is, when I hear St. George 11, all I hear is I suck dick. When I hear St. George 11, that's all I hear. I suck dick. When I hear gay, I hear I suck dick. When I hear homosexual coming from male's aspect, I hear I suck dick. When I hear gender 11 coming from a woman, I hear I eat pussy. When I hear gay coming from a woman, I hear I eat pussy. When I hear homosexual coming from a woman, I hear I eat pussy. It's all the same to me. It's all the same to my ears, to the way I process things. That's all I hear. So it doesn't. It's to me. It's all synonymous. Rose, get your ass up out of here with that Pittsburgh in the house because this is always going to be the ATL, baby. Don't ever get it twisted, shouty. Don't ever get it twisted. Over here, On Junkie Junction will always be ATL in the house. Don't try it, baby. Don't try it. On Junkie Junction, there will always be ATL. But yeah, that's all I hear. So it doesn't bother me now. It's like it doesn't affect me when I hear people coin new things. When I hear new things being coined, when new things being said, it's not important. You know what I'm saying? It does read a little bit of insecurity and lack of comfortable with, what I'm saying, who you are, trying to trying to use wordplay to disguise and hide things. Yeah, but at the same time, who cares? That's like me seeing someone who's ultra masculine, but when you get them home, they bend it over for you. Who cares? As long as I get what I need from the situation, I'm good. Someone who's ultra masculine, I can tell y'all some stories before I got married, y'all. That's another day, another time. Shit, look like motherfucking Terry Crews, but yeah, the first one to be on their knees, you know what I'm saying, eating it up. Trying to be right, exactly, right. Trying to be upper crust gay. Like, you know what I'm saying? I find it more humorous than I do offensive, especially when you got no job. Oh, Jesus, right, baby. When I tell, oh, there are some things, there's some times. I showed y'all the picture. Let me stop. Say I'm gonna go to a whole different situation. But yeah, when I was 18, 19 years old, the man that wrote me when the Morehouse was now, who's saying, look, shit, look, baby, you wouldn't know that he was the one that's You know what I'm saying. But yeah, the first one on your knees, the first one on your back, legs up in the air, please. Like I said, I've seen it all, done it all, not done it all, but seen it all, done a lot of it. There are all different types and kinds. You know what I'm saying? When I was still in high school with fake ID was not these people in the military, whatever, you know what I'm saying? You would never know these sergeants, these damn officers in the military was not be the first one on their back, on their knees. These drill sergeants, the first one on their knees calling you daddy. That's what you thought that was flat. I'm used to being called daddy. Shit, the fuck. Shit, and by older men, and stuff, please. That's just, I guess, like I said, I've been through all that stuff. So all this stuff right here does not affect me. I'm like, okay, I've seen it, done that. What's new? What's next? But what's the real conversation we're trying to have? What's the real conversation? You know, why does it affect you so? You're supposed to be a quote unquote heterosexual straight woman, but yet you're being bothered by some gay man calling himself Saint John 11. Why does it bother you so? Why are you pressed so? You know, but those are my questions. Was now that's the question I want to have. Why does it bother you? Why do you care? Because I want him to be honest with what he is honest. He said he is same gender loving. He's a same gender loving man, which means that he likes the same gender, which as himself, which is male. Which means what? He didn't say he don't like men, period. But yet got a boyfriend. No, you know, so that's different. He ain't married saying he don't like men, but yeah, you see it with men all the time. No, come on now. I don't understand. Like, what's the conversation? Like, are we talking just to hear ourselves talk? Are we conversing with each other just to converse? Or are we trying to accomplish something? If we're just talking to be talking, fine. Let's just keep on talking, and that's fine. But don't act like don't try to disguise it with, oh, I want to get to the bottom of something. Oh, I really want to be informed about something. I really want to know something. Mm-mm. Why? But yeah, that's what I want to say, you guys. I don't have much to say. It's just like there's like 18 different conversations going on right now about the same subject, and really, I'm not hearing anything of substance. And that's just me being honest. I'm not hearing anything of substance being talked about, anything of substance being had or being accomplished with these conversations. Now, if there was something being accomplished with the conversation was that I wouldn't mind them being had, but we have straight women cussing and fussing, foaming at the mouth, being angry because this man called himself Saint 11, want to throw the Bible into it, and people trying to throw the Bible into it. You know, the only thing the Bible really says that God expects of us is to love one another, whatever, you know what I'm saying? Other than that, everything else is forgivable. Everything else is up for interpretation. You know, everything else is subjective. Once you stop showing love to your fellow man, to your fellow human being, then that becomes, you know what I'm saying, what God don't want like. Thank you. Appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, it's just like I don't understand. Like, like I said, I don't do fluff very well. I don't do fluff. I don't do fluffers very well. Shit, get me to the point where I need to be. You know what I'm saying? I don't do that. Like, what's the holdup? What are we talking about? What are we trying to accomplish? What's the point of this? I could be asleep. I could be waste. I mean, I could be braiding my hair. Y'all know I got no damn hair. You know what I'm saying? I could be doing other things. There's other shit going on besides me trying to decipher what your true motives are. I don't got time for that. You know what I'm saying? I really don't. Show yourself for who you are. Present yourself as you are, and call yourself what you want to call yourself. You know, a lot of people don't call themselves pretty or attractive. I wouldn't agree with them, but you know what I'm saying? Who am I? I'm just saying. Oh, I have to be messy. But y'all know it's true. A lot of people out here call themselves pretty and attractive. Shit. Would you agree? Just because you don't agree with them calling themselves pretty and attractive don't mean that you have to have a whole debate or discussion about it. I see it as a joke. Okay. Okay. I'm just saying, y'all. Y'all know I gotta be messy every once in a while. But yeah, that was a good kiki for myself. Crack myself up. I cracked myself up. But yeah, y'all. I'm just saying, yeah, like, what's the point? What's the purpose? You can't argue with people for how they call themselves or what they do for themselves. But yeah, y'all. Didn't want much. I'm gonna come here and say that. Discuss that with you guys. But as always, you guys, I love you guys for being here. Love you guys for participating in the conversation, in the commentary. Thank you so much for that. Thank you for the likes. If you don't mind, please like the video on your way out if you haven't liked it already. This is your boy Food Junkie, and as always, it's not important that I love you guys. It's important that you love yourself, you love someone else, you respect yourself, and you definitely respect someone else. You're right. It is like that whole they're trying to incite people to for what like you said, I don't know either. Why are you trying to push people to a point to where like it's almost like they want a division? They say they don't want a division. They say there's no division. They say that like everybody else not, but yet it's a division. They want to like a certain type of the non-threatening ones, the ones who really don't speak. You know what I'm saying? I don't know, whatever. And up to me to worry about that. It's up to me to protect myself and my household. Love you guys. Have a great day. Thank you so much for joining. This is your boy Food Junkie, and I'm out. Bye bye.